Hello and welcome to another sneaker video. It's been a while, and today we're looking at two recent pairs of Nike Air Max 1s, and by recent I mean late 2016, early to mid 2017. The first is the women's Nike Air Max 1 Pinnacle Mushroom or Neutral Ground, and the second is the men's Nike Air Max 1 Jewel in white and red. And I'm not a huge fan of the Air Max 1, but I do have respect for its significance in terms of sneaker culture and history. That being said, I don't dislike the model either, and every now and then I'll see a nice colorway with nice materials and I'll think about buying a pair, and that's what happened with these two shoes. The Air Max 1 Pinnacle comes in a mushroom black and light bone colorway and features a really soft tumbled leather upper in a few earthy shades. The midsole and outsole are both light bone, and the Nike check and upper lace eyelets are black. The perforated toe box and collar are sort of an off-white, and the inner lining and tongue seem to be a champagne-like color. The laces are a light earth tone with dots of that champagne-like color, and they have metal tips. And men have a similar earth tone version, but I prefer this one, especially with the black swoosh. And I recommend going true to size with these, which for guys would mean going up a size and a half. So if you're a men's 9, go for a women's 10.5. And moving along, we have the Nike Air Max 1 Jewel in white and university red. And I absolutely love white classic sneakers, and the leather on these is quite nice, so purchasing them was kind of a no-brainer for me. The shoe is all white aside from the red jewel swoosh and the Nike Air markings on the heel and tongue. The soles are a translucent whitish color, I would say, with a big black swoosh showing through. The laces are your standard white laces with plastic tips. And I remember when Nike put jewel swooshes on a few of its models back in the mid to late 90s. I liked it then, and I like it even more now. We've already seen them brought back on the Cortez and Air Force One, and Nike will continue to release more jewel colorways, so if you didn't get a chance to get these or the white and black model, I'm sure more colorways are on the way. Again, I recommend going true to size for these as well. So if you're female, go down a size and a half. If you're a women's 9, find yourself a men's 7.5. And I'm always reluctant to get new shoes dirty, but I did take the Pinnacles out once or twice, and despite the model being 30 years old, the comfort isn't bad at all and easily beats your standard Air Force Ones, but not necessarily the CMFT or Comfort models. The Air Max 1 released in 1987, but its story goes back a little further. By the mid-80s, Nike was already successful, but there was stiff competition from the likes of Adidas, Converse, Reebok, and others. And athletic wear fashion was becoming bolder and more colorful by the mid-80s, and companies were experimenting with new technology and new designs. And Nike had already released Air back in the late 70s, but designer Tinker Hatfield decided to take it a step further. He had originally been hired by Nike as an architect, but wound up designing shoes a few years later, and on a trip to Paris, France, he came across the Centre Georges Pompidou, I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, a building that many would describe as being inside out, and by that I mean pipes, beams, ducts, stairs, and other functional and structural elements were displayed on the outside, some in very bright colors. It looks like a glass building, like a boxy glass office building surrounded by metal scaffolding and pipes, and is a pretty sharp contrast to the surrounding more traditional Parisian architecture. Some would call it an eyesore, and I would kind of agree, but it gave Hatfield the idea of displaying the inner midsole airbag on a few of their new sneaker models. It was controversial to say the least, but Hatfield and his supporters at Nike proved it could work. and on March 26, 1987, the Air Max 1 was released, and the rest is history. That's also why we celebrate Air Max Day on March 26th, and this year, 2017, marked the shoe and Visible Air's 30th anniversary. So if you didn't know the story behind the shoe, now you know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment on these shoes and other Air Max 1s. Did you get these? Are you waiting for a different version to release? Not feeling them at all? Are you not an Air Max 1 person? Either way, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out my Instagram. As always, have a great day.